today's episode, we've got a few announcements to make, including some information regarding the FX Sniper Championship. I take a look again at the setup on EURUSD. Karaba takes a look at GBPCAD and EURGBP, and EXE, our resident crypto expert, takes a look at Bitcoin. We also have some action from our Discord trading room. Enjoy. Welcome to another weekly episode here with FX Price Action Setups. Firstly, a couple of announcements. We've made some adjustments to the easy order indicator. There were some problems with it using it with IFX brokers, but we've updated that. So if anyone trading with IFX brokers wants to use the easy order indicator, you can get the updated file in our Discord trading room, or you can just contact us on info@fxpriceactionsetups.com to get your copy. Secondly, we are going to be launching our first trading event for the year. I know it's a little bit late, but we're quite excited about it. And it's called the FX Sniper Championship. Now, we haven't opened entries yet. We'll open entries next week. But what's going to happen in short is we've partnered with these brokers you see on the screen here. And we're going to be having a little competition to see who can get the best trade with a $100 account. Now, we're only allowing one trade, so you'll have to start a fresh new account with one of our brokers. And, you have 1 month to execute a single trade. And the best trader will end up walking away with the prizes. Now, we'll have much more info in the week, but if you guys want to get ready for this event, you can sign up with any of our brokers below. If you're already with these brokers, we'll also give you instructions on how to link with us so you can also compete in the FX Sniper event. But anyway, we got some exciting setups for you this week, so let's not waste any more time. All right, I'll be looking at the EURUSD again this week. Now, I did discuss the EURUSD and the dollar index last week, so you guys are welcome to go back to that video to see exactly why I'm looking for this trade. But I'm just going to look at some additional analysis. We were looking for longs last week, but it didn't happen. But I'm going to show you guys again why I'm looking for longs on this pair and why I believe this will be quite a big move that's coming up, and one I really want to focus on because I don't want to miss this one. I have on the right here, I have the EURUSD weekly chart, and I have on the left here the silver chart. Now we got similar sort of setups happening over here, similar market structure. And what you can note on the silver chart on the left here is after we had this big drop, we had a massive accumulation, and then this market actually had this little run to the bottom, which we call the liquidity run. This is actually more well known, or the first person to sort of that I know to identify this was Wyckoff, and you guys can Google the Wyckoff spring. This is quite a good example of what Wyckoff was talking about. And silver had this big accumulation, it had this little run on the low, and then it had the big spike. And after that, it sort of came down, grinded down into 50% of this whole range before the market shot up. And we got a pretty similar structure here on the EURUSD. We had the big drop, we had the big 2-year accumulation, we had the fake out or the spring, and then we had the big move up, and now similarly we have this grind down. And it looks pretty much exactly similar to silver. Now, it doesn't guarantee it's going to play out exactly the same, but there is a high probability, that this, because this is also such a higher time frame, pattern, it's much more likely that it will have sort of a similar effect. And the reason last week I was looking for the longs, just before this big bull run on silver, we had this quick run on the lows, and then the market just ripped up. And last week we had the similar run on the lows, and I thought that we were getting ready to go higher. But since then, last week, it was quite a bearish move on the EURUSD. But we're going to look at the lower time frame at some options of what we can expect on this pair. But once this trade kicks off, I believe we should quite easily get to this pivot point, or this level where this whole accumulation started. This was, I think, 2 or 3 months of accumulation. And I think even all the way above this high, up to this 1.26 level. And this was the level we were looking at last year. And we had a bit of liquidity there, and this is also exactly the 61 fib. So potentially we could go all the way up there. I really wouldn't be surprised. All right, so just dropping down to the daily time frame. As you guys can see, this was the little order block that I marked off. The top of this move down before the market ripped up. And we came, I think we might have missed by a pip or two. And this is why I thought the market was ready to go higher. But since then, we had a little bit of a consolidation up here, and then the market's just shot down. So there's a couple of scenarios here. The one is that we're going to go a little bit lower, perhaps just tag these lows up to the 1.1 round number before we'll look for a reversal pattern to go higher. But additionally, and I'll switch to the lower time frame to show you guys. But hopefully, once we have this reversal, we will go much higher to this pivot point and ultimately to where this whole accumulation started. All right, so I've dropped down to the 1 hour time frame here, and what's important to note here is after this move up, we came down and we're now at the 78% fib, and we just cleared these lows over here. Now, like I said, there's two scenarios here. The one is that this might be the low, and the second one is that we will go lower. How I'm going to approach this, if this makes a little bit of an ABC into this level next week and we have a bit of a reaction, I might buy if we break out of this level with a stop below here, and I'll be able to take first target at where this accumulation started. This is more than 1-to-1. If you take half off here, then you've got a free trade. And if it does come down, I will stop out and then I look for the second scenario to get long and over. But yeah, EURUSD is definitely going to be the focus for me next week. And if I do find a setup, I'll definitely share it on our trading room.
Good day, traders. The setup I'm looking at it is the pound CAD. Looking at the H4, we currently have this demand zone which was created. Now, this demand zone was responsible for the break of this supply zone. So we consider it a valid level to look at for long opportunities. So what I'm currently looking at it is for a further pullback into the zone and a potential reversal on the pound pairs. So for my TP, first TP, I am looking at this area over here because there is some supply, so price could reverse from here. And my second TP, it is just before hitting this daily supply zone. So let me just switch to the daily time frame. It is much clearer on the daily time frame. So this is that supply zone on H4. Now this is similar to the EURGBP. I am also looking for shorting opportunities on the EURGBP. So there is that nice correlation between the two. So if the pound CAD goes up, so we might expect a further decline on the EURGBP. So we've got some nice supply zones on H4. If price pulls back into this supply zone, we could get a shorting opportunity, and this will be for a consecutive target, considering that we will be at this previous resistance, which could potentially be support. And my second TP, if we continue to decline, it will be at this key area of demand. So if this level fails, we could take another shorting opportunities at the supply zone. So how I will enter this, it is through pending orders. So you place a sell limit and place your stop loss above that supply zone, and also place another sell limit with another stop loss above. So those are my two setups for the week. I hope that you have a great week. Cheers.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Taking a look here at Bitcoin. I'm going to give you guys some value on this video. I hope this helps you guys out, showing you guys some indications of why I thought that 13.8 level was a good reactionary level. We'll look to the left here to give us indication to the right. As always, price action leading to the left to indicate potential setups to the right. With that, we saw distribution area met into this zone. We saw a massive move to the downside. We saw closure outside of this zone. Support was lost. Expecting 77% decline in price, giving a fuel to the downside. Price to come back up to the level of where support was lost at to get another reaction to the downside. We saw a very nice move on that. We were looking for that 12.2, 12.5 area for reaction, and we got just that. So price looking good as of right now. I'm still bearish. I'll show you guys why. Any case here, we came back, pivot up into these zones up in this region. We came back down and pivoted in this zone. So I will be looking for 4-hour chart at this 10.8 region. I'll show you guys why I'm interested into this zone. In addition, 10.8 up here, do we have to come up here? Absolutely not, but what I'd be looking for is a good price pivot up into the zone to take it lower. We've already come down and tested this levels multiple times here. Take a look at the monthly chart. Look at a farther forecast out into the future. Monthly chart here, simply put, that 10-8 zone. If we close bullish into that region and we claim that level, we gain it. There's a possibility to go higher. This would be completely invalidated in my opinion. Any case, got 12 days to go on the monthly chart. People are up 360% gains on Bitcoin. People are up 400 to 500% gains on Litecoin and Ethereum. So with that being met, do I expect massive amounts of money to be met at the top here? Right now, probability wise, absolutely not. Could be wrong, but any case, we'll be looking at levels to the downside here. Monthly chart, back to the daily chart. So we have 8.3, be an area of interest if we come up here and fail to this region to take a lower down into here. Will we go a little bit lower than that? Probably. Looking to the structure, where orders sandwich, where are they sitting sideways at, or was there a lot of decision before we shot up all the way up to 13.8 right here? This to me is going to be the money zone for reaction. I will expect more likely a good price pivot from here. So if we come down here to this 8.3 level, like I said, we could go a little bit lower and come as low as about 8.1 or so. That's what I'll be looking for in the next coming weeks, perhaps with Bitcoin. Could be in the next coming days. It's really hard to tell with Bitcoin, as you guys know, because it'll go slow and then it'll go really fast. Any case, where we'll be expecting price to come to later, 6.5, 6.3's area of interest into this region, and then furthermore, nice amount of orders sitting sideways into here. But like I said, this will probably take weeks, if not months. I would expect months rather. Any case, so hope this is helpful for you guys. Hope you guys got a little bit of nuggets behind the lines here. Hope you guys have a wonderful day and take care.